everybody. Today I wanted to go over my newborn favorites. As a second-time mom, I am now 7 weeks postpartum, so I figured I would share the things that we have been loving for the first 7 weeks. So I have gathered the things that I can think of at the moment. We'll go through those. Excuse any messes. We've been kind of catching up today, doing some meal prepping, baking, cleaning the house, getting caught up on laundry after a long weekend of fun and picnics and amusement parks. And we're doing lots of yard work. We had like a skid steer up here doing some work. So we are kind of putting things back together after all of that. So we'll just jump right into it. I like to avoid a lot of containers for baby, which would be like the swing, the bouncer, car seats are considered a container, but I like to avoid those when I can, although I do use a bouncer occasionally. I didn't pull it out until he was about 5 weeks old. I've mostly been baby wearing and holding him, but it is nice to have the option to put them down and be content for at least a little bit. But I do have this play mat here. I'm definitely a sad beige mom. I love neutrals. This was actually a hand-me-down, but this one works great. And it has lots of interesting things for baby to look at. He's not looking at any of it quite yet. He's not too interested in it yet, but it is somewhere to put him down that's clean and safe. And turn you around here. This is the Snuggle Me Organic Lounger. I had most of the stuff with my first baby, pretty much everything probably. But I did do a lot of research to get a lot of natural fibers and like non-toxic items. So the Snuggle Me Organic is one that I got with the materials in mind. This is just somewhere to put them. It isn't safe for sleep unattended, but sometimes when I am supervising a nap, he can nap in here, but I never leave him in here like overnight to sleep. And then this is actually my pregnancy pillow. It's the Baby Hug Me. Baby Hug Me. I absolutely love this thing. It's so comfortable for pregnancy and postpartum to like prop you up when you're breastfeeding. You can use it as a breastfeeding pillow, wrap it around. It gives you lots of support. So totally worth the money. It is expensive. I think it's like $150 maybe, but it's lasted both my pregnancies, still has a lot of life left in it, and I do use it postpartum as well. I actually used this to like sit up and play with toys before he was sitting completely unassisted. So really we just use it continuously. Love that. And then I made the mistake of buying all white when I was a first-time mom, which is not a good idea with toddlers, so excuse the dirt, but this is the chair that we have. It does recline and it is more like non-toxic materials. I think the brand is now called Namesake. They like changed owners, but I think you can get it on Amazon. At the time I got it at Bed Bath & Beyond, like for a Black Friday sale, but I do love it. It's just needing a good cleaning right now. This material doesn't really clean very well. If you get a different color, that would probably be a smarter move, but I still do love this. It is super cozy. Hello, everybody. Where are you joining us from? And then the next item is the Hatch. This is a sound machine. You can just tap it and it turns on. It has a light. You can change the settings from an app in your phone or tap, and then you hold it down to turn it off. I've used that for both babies. Love it. I did end up getting another sound machine this time. I can't remember the brand. I'll have to go look at it. And an egg lamp for closer to the bed. But this one I leave on all night to block out any sounds in the rest of the house. Like if I get up and do chores, it's worked really well to keep babies sleeping when I'm doing that. And then this is the bouncer that I have. It's the Baby Delight. It's great quality. And again, I love that it's neutral. It does have the little toys at the top. It's held up great for both babies. Much cheaper than the Baby Bjorn bouncer. So definitely recommend that. You can buy it on Amazon. It is organic cotton as well. And then this time around, we're using the Design Doula bassinet. I love this thing so much. First of all, it's very aesthetic, but also I love that it's on a rocking stand. And my baby seems to like it. No problems there. He actually was sleeping like 5.5 hours at night pretty early on, which is something I never experienced with my first son. Hi, I'm good. How are you? Minnesota, nice. I don't think I've actually been to Minnesota yet, but hopefully one day I'll make it there. And then for swaddles, I really like these Aiden and Anai like loose swaddles just to have as like a blanket on the go. Something light in the summer is nice. I also use this to do like the traditional swaddle when baby is sleeping. I can get that on good enough for sleep. Those ones are organic cotton also. And then I prefer a sleep sack over a swaddle so that baby can move around. It's better for their development. So I actually have transitioned my son out of the swaddle already. I think I did that around 5 or 6 weeks, but this is the Wulino sleep sack. It's made of wool. It's good for all 4 seasons, and I'm pretty sure this lasts until like 18 months. It's good from 10 pounds until 18 months. So my first son did wear this for quite a while. It is like over $100, but definitely worth the money if you're looking for something like that. And then this swaddle is more of a stretchy option versus the Aiden and Anai, which is like the looser muslin type fabric. This is a Snuggle Me organic swaddle. You're able to get a much tighter swaddle with this one. For a Velcro sleep sack, I like this Halo sleep sack swaddle. This one is the newborn size. It says 0 to 3 months. Oh, focus there. 6 to 12 pounds. I have transitioned my son out of this, but I was using this until I went to the sleep sack. A little animal print. And you're able to get a nice secure swaddle on there easily, especially if you're not used to swaddling, which I worked in labor and delivery and postpartum as a nurse. So I've been swaddling lots of babies for a long time. So I'm pretty comfortable with it and can get a good tight swaddle that baby can't break out of. But a lot of parents do prefer the Velcro swaddles because it is easier, especially if you're not used to swaddling. I have gone on a trip and on a plane. I have not been to Honduras. I was going to go at one point, but I ended up not being able to. I was going to do a ton of travel around the pandemic time, and I had to cancel like 10 trips, which was really a bummer, but hopefully I'll make it to all these places eventually. Honduras looks beautiful. And then I will show you, another pillow, lots of pillows around here. I have the Boppy nursing pillow with the organic cover. I do know a lot of people say that they have difficulty getting good positioning with breastfeeding with the Boppy. A lot of breastfeeding professionals don't recommend it. I definitely get baby in a good position and support them with my arms and my hands first, and then I just use that to kind of prop up and to give like the height that I need to get baby in a good like feeding position. But I do like the boppy for breastfeeding support. Also really love these organic cotton burp cloths. These are super great. I have a bunch of these. I have a ton of burp cloths, but I like that brand from Amazon. I do have a registry guide on my website, which is sageandsouldoula.com. It goes over all of the things that I recommend. It's all like categorized, all the research that I've done and working with different clients postpartum as a postpartum doula and from having my own 2 babies. So I do have that registry guide if anybody is interested on my website, sageandsouldoula.com. And then once this is done, I'm going to have it down in the description so you can check it out if you are in the market for any baby items. I'm also going to show you my postpartum cart setup. I know a lot of people are interested in these and what they should put in there, so I'll turn you around again. Oh, and this is another favorite, baby carriers. I'm a big fan of baby wearing. This is the Becco baby carrier. This is also organic cotton. I would say right now my favorite baby carrier is the Baby Doula Explore, I believe it is. I've been using that one quite a bit. This is the carrier that I used primarily with my first son. I pretty much went to the structured carrier right away over the stretchy wraps. This time around, I have been using the Boba stretchy wrap and the Solly Baby stretchy wrap, and those have been great. I just find that it kind of loosens as you're moving around. Like if you're doing chores and moving a lot, it does loosen up, and I feel like baby starts to kind of slip down, but it is very cozy and baby does like it, and it's great for newborns. When they're all scrunched up, they do seem to like to be in the stretchy wraps. But I like, when I'm moving around more, to have the structured carrier. So the Becco Gemini, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's the one I'm wearing now. And then the Doula Explore is the other one I've been loving. So I'm going to turn you around so you can see my postpartum cart, which I keep right next to my bed. So the top, I have a diaper caddy that I keep diapers and wipes. My favorite, you can't really see the brand, but my favorite brand currently is Kudos, Kudos. They're a more non-toxic diaper. They don't have fragrance. This is the brand here. I also use the wipes. They're very clean. They're the cleanest I've been able to find. They don't have plastic in them or fragrances or any other icky ingredients, so I have been loving those. I don't get a lot of leaks with them. This is the egg light that I have for next to the bed for feedings and for diaper changes at night. I'm not going to go through like every single thing I have in here, but I have some like grooming stuff, our vitamin D drops. It is recommended to supplement with 1 drop of vitamin D daily for breastfed babies, especially. Your pediatrician will let you know what they want you to do at discharge from the hospital. We have some Pipette baby lotion. I really like this brand. It's fragrance-free and non-toxic. Very gentle on baby's skin. I also have the Silverette nursing cups. These are good for any nipple damage. It keeps any friction off of your nipples if they're cracked or damaged. The silver also has healing properties, antibacterial, all of that good stuff. So these are super effective. I also have breast pads and these like hot and cold packs. So if you are having any engorgement, you can put them in the freezer and make them cold to help with that. And then if for any reason you needed to make them warm, which I would caution against doing too much heat. They actually don't recommend that for any like engorgement or mastitis treatment, but if you want to do this before you pump to help get more out and get the milk flowing, you can warm it up and just put it on for a few minutes before pumping. Little baby brush. This is my favorite nipple butter, the Earth Mama organic nipple butter. I didn't have to use it this time, but it has very clean ingredients, and I have been using it as diaper cream. They also do make a diaper cream, but it has essential oils in it, which I have used and I like it, but I actually prefer this one because it doesn't have any scent to it. And then another essential I think every new parent should get is this electric nail trimmer. A lot of my clients ask me how to get around cutting baby's fingernails. A lot of them keep baby in mittens because they're worried that they're going to cut them or they have cut them. And it really is good for baby to have their hands free to touch things and to get like the stimulation and be able to develop their skills. So this nail trimmer is great. You don't have to worry about cutting them. It's super safe. It comes with different files. So 0 to 3 months, 3 to 6, 6 to 12, 12 months, and adult. It takes batteries, super simple, and I've used it for both babies. You can buy replacement file pads, which is what I did, and I'm just using it for my second baby as well. I have thermometer, I have the Oogie Bear nose picker in there. And then I also have like my drinks up top, so there's space for that. Headphones, my lotion. And then on the side here, I have this assembly cloth diaper bag. I've been using that in place of a trash can because there's not a lot of room over here near my bed for a trash can, so I use that as a trash bag, dump it out, and then that's machine washable. We do cloth diaper as well. I usually use the disposables at night and when we're out and about or like going on vacation, but a lot of the times when we're home we do use cloth diapers. Assembly is the brand we use. The inners are organic cotton, and I've had really good luck with those. On the second shelf, it's my breastfeeding supplies. I have my pumping stuff in this wet dry bag. I usually have 2 of these. Super cute, like rainbow pattern. I love the color. When I go back to work, I will bring both of them with me. I'll have my clean pumping stuff in one bag, and then after I pump, I will put my pump supplies that are dirty into the other bag, and then when I get home, I just wash all of my supplies that are in my dirty bag. I do have these Haka colostrum collectors. I only used one of them when I was pregnant. I just haven't done anything with them yet, but I still have like a whole box here. I have my Spectra S1. That's the blue one that runs on battery. I actually got the Spectra S2 through insurance, but my sister had this from her pumping journey, so she gave me this one so that I don't have to be hooked up to the wall to pump, and that's been great. I have some more pumping stuff in here. This is like the electric parts, like the machine, what is it? Like the motor for my wearable pumps. I use a Mom Cozy pump for a wearable, so that just has the motors and the chargers. Down here on the bottom shelf, I have this little basket that you can pull in and out. I just have some extra bassinet covers, extra burp cloths, changing pad, an extra blanket, and extra clothes. I need to refill this. It's laundry day, so I will refill that with more extra clothes in case we need to change in the middle of the night. So that is my bedside cart. Super great. I love that it's on wheels, easy to move, lightweight, holds everything I need. I didn't do this with my first postpartum experience. I just used baskets that I had, but I do think that the postpartum cart makes it easier and everything just has its place, which helps to feel a little bit better postpartum when so much is out of your control. So I will bring you into the nursery, which currently nobody uses. Both of our little ones are in our room currently, but this is the changing pad that we have. I know the Kikaroo is a very popular one, but it is quite expensive. This is a similar type. It's like the rubber that's washable. I got it on Amazon. It also does come with a like a stand with some toys that I will hook up eventually, maybe. But it does have that so baby can look at it while they're getting changed. These are our cloth diapers and some extra disposables for when I change baby in here. Usually these are organized like that, but I am in the midst of doing laundry, so I still need to fold everything. And then I was talking about before the Earth Mama diaper balm. This is the diaper balm that is the same brand as the nipple butter I was talking about before. And then my boys share their dresser. I love this one from IKEA. I love that it's just like super natural. It's non-toxic. There's no like chemicals from paint or anything. Here is my setup for my newborn's clothes. I like to fold stuff like this so that I can see everything. And last time I labeled everything, but they just grow out of things so quickly that I haven't been labeling them this time around. But I do have it categorized, so like pants, onesies, sleepers. So it is pretty organized and easy for anybody to see what is there and grab what they need. One of my favorite newborn clothing items are these organic gowns. These are the Tiny Alpaca brand, and they are for 0 to 6 months. So they do last quite a while. I got these on Etsy. They're a pack of 2. I think they have like a pink option, and then they have this and like a lighter cream. For other like clean baby clothes, I really love Burt's Bees for organic pajamas. And then Little Planet by Carter's has a non-toxic organic cotton baby line, and also Rabbit and Bear. This one is from like TJ Maxx and Marshalls. That is the tag there, Rabbit and Bear. I have a lot of their stuff. H&M also has a lot of organic cotton baby clothes, so I would check them out. I'm gonna put you down for 1 second. I would check them out as well if you are interested in non-toxic baby items, baby clothing specifically. And then my other newborn favorite is our Nuna car seat. So we do have the infant car seat, the Nuna Pippa Light RX and base, and then we have the Nuna Rava convertible seat. We have 2 of those and one of the infant seats. I actually need to get another one for my husband's car, but we have loved the Nuna brand for car seats. We also have the Halo swivel bassinet, which is what we used with my first son as his primary bassinet. Turn you around. That's this one right here. The Halo bassinet swivel sleeper. So we just have that set up in our living room so that We have another option for putting baby down if we are hanging out in there. Honestly, we don't put him down much. He's pretty much on me at all times, but every once in a while he can be convinced to lay down independently. I don't have any expectations for that, but sometimes, like when I'm going to the bathroom or cooking, I will put him down for just a bit, and it's nice to have that in the living room so that it's closer to the bathroom and the kitchen. So I think those are all of the newborn items that we've been using frequently. Do any of you have any questions or any items that you would like recommendations for while we're here? Any baby items? Is anybody currently expecting or have a new baby? Well, guys, snoozing away. I'll show you my other baby carriers that I've been using. Actually, I think I only have one of them here with me. I forgot to mention before the baby Catan wrap. It's a stretchy wrap, but it's like pre-wrapped, so it's already like crisscrossed, so you don't have to deal with the long fabric of like the Solly Baby and the Moby and the Boba. Those brands are just like a lot of material and can be kind of intimidating if you've never used them. I know I was intimidated the first time that I tried to put one on. Once you do it, it's much simpler and you get the hang of it pretty quickly. But the baby Catan is like pre-wrapped, so it's a little bit easier. The one thing that I found with that wrap is it's hard to get like a good fit, so it can be kind of loose, and we want to make sure that baby is secure in there. So if you're in the market for a baby wrap, just keep that in mind. In my state, we have a baby wearing group led by some local moms. They have them in different locations all throughout the state, and you can follow them on like Facebook and Instagram and get their meeting times. They're usually at like libraries, local places like that. And they have carrier and wrap libraries, so you can go and try them on, and the people there are baby wearing experts, and they can help you get the right fit, teach you how to put baby in there safely, go over all of the requirements. Like for instance, you want baby to be kissable, you want them to be looking up, you don't want their neck to be crunched forward. That puts them at risk for compromising their airway. And you also want their legs to be in an M position when they are in there, to have like good hip placement so that they're not getting any hip troubles later on. But those are things that the baby wearing experts will go over with you if you were to join one of those baby wearing groups. But if you are a new mom and you're not sure which baby carrier is right for you, or you want to try some out risk-free, you can go to those baby wearing groups and try them for free and then bring them back, try a new one. And then if you do love them, then you can purchase, because they can get quite pricey. It's a great thing to put on your baby registry, and hopefully somebody will buy for you, so it's one less thing to worry about. Or you can use like gift cards or whatever to purchase them, because these things do get quite expensive. Where is everybody tuning in from? I'm in Connecticut, so we're on Eastern time. It's about 5 o'clock here. What time is it where you are? I'm looking at more things in our nursery that I can add to my favorites category here.